The United States, if you look at the world, there are over 900 million people who would like to come and live in the United States. And if you think about open borders in that context, it's clear that open borders would transform the United States beyond any reasonable recognition of what it is. We've experimented with open borders now for about 3 years, and the consequences of that are very apparent. As the mayor of New York just recently said, that that New York is facing a crisis, a cost in state and city expenditures only of $6 billion a year. He said, quote, "This is coming to a neighborhood near you. Never in my life have I had a problem that I did not see an ending to. I don't see an ending to this. This issue will destroy New York City. The city we knew we are about to lose." And that is a microcosm of the United States, because with the open border illegal immigration crisis, our nation is a nation that we are about to lose, and it's directly a result of the policies implemented by President Biden. When Biden campaigned for the presidency, he said he would urge illegal immigrants to surge to the border, a remarkable statement. He then has set up a policy where when they reach the border, there is an open admission process in which almost all of them are automatically allowed into the States. And then he also promised and has delivered that once they arrive in the United States, unless they commit some type of serious crime, there will be absolutely no deportation for them. This is explicitly an open borders policy, even though they don't want to admit it. And as a result of this open borders policy, Biden did not get his expected surge of illegal immigration. He has generated an absolute tidal wave. In the months since Biden took office, there have been 5 million illegal immigrants who have crossed the border and taken up residence in the United States. This is more than twice the highest rate ever achieved in this before. And as a result of these 5 million illegal immigrants entering the country, we now have over 15 million illegal immigrants in the United States, and it continues to rise. As the mayor of New York said, there is no end in sight. This is a catastrophe that can only get larger and larger. If the current trends continue, we will have, within about 4 or 5 years, over 20 million illegal immigrants residing in the United States with no policy other than to grant them amnesty and full access to the U.S. welfare system. And what are the consequences of this? Well, fiscally, illegal immigrants, about half of them lack a high school degree historically. This means that of the 15 million we currently have here, the fiscal expenditures are about $150 billion a year. They pay about $50 billion in taxes. This creates a deficit of $100 billion a year. What's $100 billion a year? That's equivalent to a 75-cent tax on every gallon of gasoline sold in the United States. The National Academy of Sciences says that this type of low-skill immigrant, again, with close to half of them not having a high school degree, costs the U.S. taxpayer, net of any taxes these individuals pay in, $288,000 per person per year. When you take the current mass of them, that is $3.8 trillion over the course of a lifetime, not per year, over a lifetime. That's $3.8 trillion for the whole mass of them over the course of a lifetime, and that is just the current number. This population is going to go up, and these costs will simply become higher and higher. An additional impact of this is that when you bring in low-skill immigrants of this sort, and I have over 80 studies that I can provide the committee on this, you bring in this type of low-skill immigration, what it does is drive low-skill American workers, particularly minority workers, out of the labor force and drives down their wages. Typically, for every 10% increase in the low-skill immigrant population in an employment group, the wages go down by about 6%. And we have seen in our low-skill population largely static wages for decades now, and that is substantially due to the influx of low-skilled workers coming in to compete with them. Milton Friedman told us we cannot have open borders in a welfare state. We are now experimenting with that, and we are finding, as the mayor of New York has found, that that was exactly right.
Dr. Hira, please proceed.